So what if I told you that you could improve your vision, not by fixing some kind of defect, but by, well, releasing a trap? It sounds kind of out there, I know, but in this explainer, we're going to explore a really simple 30-second technique that's designed to do exactly that. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let's just start with this question right here, because honestly, it gets right to the heart of everything. What if our eyes aren't actually failing us? I mean, we're all told this story, right? That our vision just gets weaker as we get older, and that's that. But what if that's not the whole picture? What if our natural, clear vision is still there, just trapped somehow?
And that really big question leads us right into our first major idea here. We have to challenge this whole myth of failing eyes. It's time to kind of unlearn what we've always believed, that our eyesight getting worse is just this unavoidable thing that happens.
Okay, so take a look at this. It's a pretty fascinating contrast, right? On the left, you've got the story we all know. Weak eyes, bad genes, things just breaking down over time. It's kind of depressing, honestly. But then look at the right. This is a whole different way of thinking. It suggests the real problem is chronic muscle tension, which then blocks circulation. And you know what the biggest difference is? The first one feels like a dead end. The second one, well, that suggests it's a reversible state, and that changes everything.
All right, so if tension is the real culprit here, you gotta ask, where is all this tension coming from? Well, that's what we're gonna dig into next. We're gonna uncover this hidden cause and see how our modern lives can actually trap our eyes in this nasty, vicious cycle.
I mean, just think about your average day for a second. Staring at screens, right? Forcing your eyes to focus for hours and hours, and all that daily stress we carry around. The thing is, that stress isn't just in your head. It actually builds up physically. And one of the main places it loves to settle is in all those tiny muscles around your eyes, your forehead, even your jaw. And the craziest part? Most of the time, we don't even realize we're doing it.
And this is where that vicious cycle kicks in. It's a nasty little loop. So maybe your vision gets just a little bit blurry. What's your first instinct? You strain, right? You try harder to see clearly. But here's the kicker. That very active straining creates even more muscle tension. And that tension squeezes the tiny little blood vessels around your eyes, cutting down on blood flow, on oxygen, which, you guessed it, makes your vision even blurrier. See the cycle?
It's a total self-feeding loop. The very thing we do to try and fix it, straining, trying harder, is the exact thing that's fueling the problem. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. We get stuck in this trap where more effort just leads to more tension.
But what if there's a way to break out of that cycle? Not by trying harder, not by adding more effort, but by doing the exact opposite, by releasing that tension right at its source. That's what we're going to get into right now. There's apparently a single specific point that can act like a key to unlock this whole system.
Now, what's so interesting about this is that the key, this release point, it's not even in the eye itself. It's a spot you can easily reach. It's right at the very start of your eyebrow. You know, that little bit closest to the bridge of your nose? It seems like nothing, just a random spot. But biomechanically, it's a huge deal.
So why there? Why that exact spot? Well, it's basically an epicenter for a whole bunch of muscle and nerve activity. When you stimulate that point, it helps relax that big muscle across your forehead. You know, the one you use when you frown or really concentrate. Releasing that takes a ton of pressure off your eyelids, making them feel lighter. And maybe most importantly, it helps to open up all those tiny blood vessels, restoring blood flow and oxygen right to the tissues that your eyes need to see clearly.
Okay, so this is the fun part. We've talked about the what and the why. Now, let's actually get into the how. I'm going to walk you through this super simple 30-second restoration technique step by step.
All right, the whole process is incredibly simple. You could even do it right now. First, just use your thumb and index finger to find that spot we talked about, right at the start of your eyebrow. Now, the key here is to pinch gently. This is not about being aggressive or causing pain. Think of it as a delicate lift of the skin away from the bone right underneath, okay? Then, while you're holding that gentle pinch, just slowly and deliberately move the skin up and down. Keep doing that for about 30 seconds, and as you do it, just focus on the sensation and remember to breathe deeply. When you're done, gently let go. Close your eyes for just a second and pay attention. Notice how it feels. So, what might you actually feel after doing that? Well, a lot of people say they feel this gentle warmth that kind of spreads out from that spot. You might notice your whole forehead just feels looser, more relaxed. Or maybe your blinking suddenly feels lighter, easier, not so heavy. A really common way people describe it is this feeling that their eyes can finally breathe again.
like you've just restored circulation to a place that was totally cramped up.
But, this physical release can actually lead to something, well, something even more profound. We're going to shift gears a little and explore this idea that how we see the world isn't just a mechanical thing. It's actually deeply, deeply connected to our inner state. The idea is that relaxed eyes can literally help create a relaxed reality.
Just look at this comparison here. When we're tense, our whole perception changes. We have this hard kind of defensive gaze, or energetically closed off, almost like our eyes are just scanning for what's wrong. But when you're relaxed, your gaze softens. You become more receptive, more open, and you start to see all the beauty that was there the whole time, but you were just too tense to even notice.
So really, it all boils down to this one simple but powerful idea. Relaxed eyes equal relaxed perception. The physical state of your eyes is directly shaping how you psychologically perceive the entire world. When you release that physical tension, you're also shifting the mental and emotional filter you see everything through.
And this quote really just says it all, doesn't it? The eye that sees with peace sees with incomparable clarity. It's getting at the idea that true clarity, it's not just about how sharp the letters are on a chart. It's about the quality of your perception. When you're internally at peace, your vision can achieve a kind of clarity that no amount of straining or effort could ever give you.
And honestly, this might be the most important takeaway of all. This technique, it's not about fixing a broken part like you're a mechanic. It's more like a reminder. It's a gentle little signal to your nervous system, just inviting it to let go of all that built-up tension and to remember how to see naturally, effortlessly. You're not forcing anything, you're just allowing your body to get back to its natural balance.
So I want to leave you with a final question to think about. This whole principle of releasing tension instead of forcing a result, it goes way beyond just your eyesight, right? Think about it. What else in your life? Maybe a problem you're facing, a relationship, a goal you're chasing. What else could you see with a whole new kind of clarity if you just let go of the struggle?